How to improve any organization. Remember to go far. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We humans are a social species. Social comes from the Latin root socius, which means friend, and socialis, which means ally. We can't exist as individuals. Everything we do is in a social group of some form or another, which means we're constantly starting, building, joining, growing, etc., groups oriented toward one purpose or another. What we call an organization is simply a group. I'm not sure if there's a difference between a group and an organization, but I will see if I can think of any. Feel free to reply with your thoughts on the matter. Group dynamics are found in every area of our lives, and I do mean every area. There's not one part of your life that is exempt. Don't believe me? Send me what you believe to be an exception, and I'll show you that it does indeed fit this pattern. It's inescapable, the very fabric of human life and behavior. So, if everything we do is social, then it stands to reason that all these groups work the same way. So, if you want to improve any of these groups in any way, and if you're following me, it means you do, it will be helpful to understand group mechanics better. As far as I can tell, each and every group requires just three ingredients to grow, improve, and thrive. Just three. You can remember them with the acronym FAR, so don't forget to go far. Here's how it breaks down. If your group is underperforming or otherwise failing to live up to expectations, examine these three ingredients to see what's not connecting. F stands for fund, A stands for advocate, and R stands for run. These three ingredients can come from the same people, from different people, or some combination. But make no mistake, you'll always find them somewhere because, as I said, no group, and remember, humans do everything in groups, can grow, improve, or thrive without each of these three ingredients. Before we break these down, let's go to a deeper level of analysis, because they all ultimately boil down to the same fundamental forces. F, A, and R are all forms of support, and all support is a form of sacrifice. Sacrifice is the surrender of any limited resource for the promise of a better future state. Support is any sacrifice that is intended to strengthen a group in some way. All choices are sacrifices, and all human activity is in groups. So therefore, all of our actions support some group or another. Let's return to FAR and learn how they are all forms of support and sacrifice so that you can better see and work with them in your own organizations. Here's what they mean in the order that makes the most sense to explain. R is for run. All groups have operations, tasks, and jobs that must be performed. Some people must sacrifice their time, attention, and physical and mental energy to do this for the benefit of the organization. This time, attention, and energy, channeled into running the organization, supports it by sustaining its operations, helping to solve its problems, and interfacing with the outside. Running may be performed by paid workers or unpaid volunteers. F is for fund. All groups have resource demands that must be satisfied to make them economically viable. Physical systems like real estate and computers cost money, as do less tangible services like promotion, legal, accounting, and more. Non-volunteer workers must be paid for their efforts, and wholesale products must be purchased. Owners must make a profit and shareholders must receive dividends. Taxes must be paid, as well as membership fees. So the organization must be sustainably funded. This will involve some combination of loans, gifts, grants, donations, and clients and customers, which require them to support the organization through the sacrifice of money, which is always found in limited supply. A is for advocate. All groups must perpetually attract and retain people to do the previous two, and advocacy is how this is done. Advocacy can be advertising, but can also be social proof like testimonials and publicity appearances. A simple like on social media is a form of advocacy in that it draws attention to the organization. Advocacy supports the organization through sacrifice of reputation, which is fragile. The people and groups with whom we associate bear an indelible mark on our reputations. This is why advocacy is a powerful form of support and sacrifice. We must constantly be cautious and selective about those to whom we extend our reputation. We cannot let in just anyone who desires it and still reach our goals. These are the three ingredients to any group, and it will rise or fall based on their success. The common thread is sacrifice because all of these require someone else to offer their scarce resources in support, motivated by the promise of a better future. What is the better future you promise? Effectively answer that question, and your communication will attract people to fund, run, and advocate for your organization. And that, and only that, is how to go far.